I'm so glad you are here and be able to join me on this exciting journey. Here again, we are sharing some wise sayings for my fantastic young people, wherever you may be. Of course, we have been looking at appreciating your values, your background, being mindful of your associations and how they can impact or impede your progress to your highest potential. We have been looking at how to set goals and targets and making a development plan for your life. And we have also been looking at how to take full responsibility and to make informed life choices, respecting self, others' authority, and property. And of course, today I want to focus on how do you see problems. And I put a point here: see problems as challenges to lead you to achieving your goals. See problems as challenges. What I'm talking about here, young people, is how do you view life? Your perspective on life. In my experience with young people, one of the most used words I think some young people, the word boring. Boring. Everything is not boring. Life is what you make it. And when you have a goal, a vision, a purpose, a passion for something, you don't have time to be bored. You understand what I'm saying to you? So what you really need, in my humble opinion, is passion and purpose. You need to develop something within you that certainly would make you strive to achieve excellence in a particular area or in areas. So how do you see life? How do you see the challenges that you face? The circumstances that you have to deal with, do you see them as problems or as challenges? Your success in life depends on how you see life and how you deal with the things that happen to you in life. Howsoever cause, whether accidentally or purposefully, whether they are within your control or not, how do you deal with the situation that you find yourself in life? I often told this story about the two salesmen I've heard about. And they sat in their meeting with their team leader, and they were discussing the targets for the month that they have to accomplish. One salesman was sent to an island where the inhabitants did not wear shoes. And he was so discouraged, he was so sad about it, and he was very angry. And he went there, he did not produce anything. Of course, he was a salesman who earned his living on a commission basis. So, in other words, he got paid based on his sales performance. I think he had a basic salary as well. I can't remember the exact story there. But the point of the matter is that he did not produce anything. When he went back to the meeting with his sales team, of course, he was very, very angry. And he said to his sales manager, "Why did you send me somewhere where you know I would not succeed? Why did you send me there?" And of course, he said, "Well, nobody in that place wore shoes, so what do you expect? You expect me to produce there and nobody wears shoes?" And they sent another sales representative was there and said, "Send me, I will go." And he went in the same circumstance, and he did so well. He produced outstandingly. And when he came back in the meeting as the sales manager and the rest of the sales representatives stood there, and they said, "How did you do so well? How did you succeed where your colleague failed so terribly?" And he said one thing. He said, "Well, you sent me somewhere where no one wore shoes." You see, the first salesman said, "How could you send me somewhere and expect me to produce and to sell shoes where no one wears shoes?" But the other sales rep turned it around and said, "I was there and sent in a circumstance where no one wore shoes." What's the moral of the story? It is that he actually had full monopoly of the market. Nobody there was selling shoes. He had no competition. Do you see the difference in mindset and paradigm in how you see life? Now, you could either see problems or you see opportunities. You understand, as I would normally say in my speeches, no scars, no stars, no opportunities, no obstacles, no stepping stone, no stumbling blocks, no tests, no testimonies, and I could go on and on. but it's how you turn things around. That's how success comes. You see what I'm saying? So, see life problems as challenges and as opportunities. See your obstacles and your impediments as implements so that you can climb up to success. I believe that if you just change that paradigm, instead of saying school is boring, what can I learn from school? Everybody else is better than I am. How can I not compare myself to others? This is too difficult, you may say, on the negative side. And the positive, how can I try and have a go? Okay? Nobody likes me. Well, you could say, how can I be my best self? How can I improve myself so that I can be a source of inspiration to others? You have to turn it around from negative to positive. Change that attitude. Okay? Don't blame everybody. The world is not against you. Okay? You have to be the one to really value yourself and believe in yourself. You understand what I'm saying? And believe that you are successful. And this goes back to you digging deep to find out who are you, yes, and what are your personal goals, what are your passions, and what you want to achieve out of life. I remember a student of mine, I tell some of my students about this from time to time. And he was just a young man when he had his goals. He wanted to be a medical doctor. And he certainly achieved that. And by the way, he did so well, so absolutely well. And he became a medical doctor, is now a consultant in the field, but he had a goal and a vision and a purpose of what he wanted to achieve. Thank you so kindly for joining me on this exciting journey. I'm Philip O'Connor.